And this fall, in August, we started a brand new program, which is a joint master program between Sibelus Academy, Finland, Aarhus Royal Music Academy in Denmark, and the Malmö Musikhögskolan in Sweden. This program has been planned for maybe 3-4 years altogether, and the decision that we're going to start now was made about a year ago, so it was kind of a quick start after all. We got applicants from all over. Last spring we had the admissions, and we are very happy that we got the first class starting this fall. The idea of the program is that we have 3 institutions that the students apply to these institutions, but in all these 3 institutions there is a program called GLOMAS program. So basically what it means that each school has their own curriculum. We're dealing with those issues at the moment. How are they synchronized? How do we do the things that we do together compared to what each school has? So we got applicants to Sibelus Academy. We got 10 applicants, and to Aarhus there was, I think it was a little bit more than that, and also Malmö there was few. Now the situation is so that the one applicant that was accepted to Malmö started also in Aarhus. So basically now we have students in Sibelius Academy and also in Aarhus, and altogether there are about 15 students. In Sibelius Academy we have had education in folk music since 1983, and we have some very good experiences in educating musicians that are able to make research of the music and also combine the pedagogical skills to their studies to learn many different parts of the Nordic tradition, the Finnish tradition. It's a special musicianship program that includes in many ways different kinds of aspects to the musicianship. And that knowledge we have gotten from the folk music department program, for example, combined to the programs of music education and also jazz and music technology, for example. When we have taken all those good things we have learned from these, we have been able to also think about this global music master program education. What would the education be like, and how could we create it as good as possible? The ideology behind the program is, of course, to educate musicians to the multicultural society. So that remains to be seen in about 1.5 years when the first year course graduates. Where will they work? How do they find their place? In Finland, we are kind of like not dealing with that, for example, these immigrant issues as much, but it's definitely coming more and more, especially in the capital area in Helsinki. How do we reach all these immigrant children, for example, and be able to provide them music education that is multicultural in a way? In Finland, we have this music education system for the children, where the children can apply to study certain instrument, classical music, folk music, or pop and jazz music. And if they are accepted in to the system, to these institutions, it's really a reasonable price for the students and the families. So I would say about 200 euros per year. So, and it includes a private lesson, theory lessons, ensemble or orchestra, So you could say reasonable, I think. But the problem is that it's still expensive, and for certain, like for example, these immigrant children, immigrant families, plus that they are not experiencing that system as their own. And it is hard to reach them in that sense. And also, what we want to provide in that Global Music Master Program are, of course, we are a musician education. So it's like very important to to give the students the possibility to develop their musician skills. That's their main thing. But also we want to keep this research aspect and also the pedagogical aspects present at the education all times. So it's kind of like when we build the curriculum, we wanted to make sure that these three elements are kind of in balance. And also inside some subjects, we try to build those courses so that these three things are present also inside one subject, for example. And then, of course, this international aspect, this cooperation between these three Nordic countries. We were supposed to have Norway joining in also, but they decided last year that it's too fast for them. But I hope in a couple of years from now we will have them with us also in this education. And then we have this north-south, actually the north-south-south cooperation. So which means this kind of system where we are trying to increase the mobility between the South, the African countries, and the Nordic countries to exchange education and experiences and learn and so on. So that's one of the networks we are working closely with. And then also this GLOMUS network, that is like a kind of like ideological organization that gathers up different kinds of institutions from all over the world. We have partners from Africa, from Middle East, United States, the Nordic countries, from Europe. So we're hoping that it will provide some opportunities for us to create good connections that would also, of course, in our program make exchanges possible for the students and also to be able to learn. So this program is a master program. So all the students that come in have their bachelor's degree from some other institution or maybe from Sibelus Academy. So kind of takes us away the need to be able to provide some basic studies, so it can be focused very much on the needs of this master music degree. We expect that the students have studied quite a lot of music theory and pedagogy and musicians' skills before they come into the program. So basically the structure is so that we have, the 150 ETCS credits and instrumental and or vocal studies include ensemble playing, composition and arrangement, and also these studies supporting research on project. And instruction in the major studies focuses on the musicians' skills, research and pedagogy. So it's all, again, these three aspects they're mentioned. And then these optional studies, the student can have wherever in Sibelus Academy. So, for example, if we have a student that has a background in jazz music, for example, so then probably they might want to take some studies from the jazz music department, or if they have their background in folk music, maybe they can find some of these folk music courses interesting. But also the universities around us. We have an agreement with Helsinki University and also the other university level institutions in Helsinki, so that they can quite freely take subjects to study from that side as well. So again, this curriculum that the students have is like the musical studies and research, and in this research aspect, like in practical way, how do we organize the studies? Like, for example, in these different kinds of workshops and ensemble, the students have to reflect. Every time they attend to one workshop or something, they have to write about it and reflect what the pedagogical methods have been, what was used, how did they experience that, how would they continue, and how do they analyze. So it's not just like making music, but it's very much involved with learning to analyze things also in more scientific way. And also they do these ethnomusicology courses and fieldwork studies in different ways. This year we have been working together with the Helsinki University, and we have done a joint project with the Helsinki University ethnomusicology students, so that our students could attend to their ethnomusicology course, and then their students will attend to this project during the spring, where we have an aim to have a concert with 4 immigrant musicians teaching the students and making music together. And also this project involves courses to the children in Music Academy, and also we are going to schools and trying especially reach out for these immigrant children. And we make a concert together with them as well. So it kind of gives the benefits of the theoretical things and doing things in practice. So it, at least for now, it seems like a really nice thing, this cooperation with the university in that field. And the pedagogical things, and then management, because our students are artists. They need to learn how this management, how can they support themselves as musicians in this field. So, for example, this fall, we did a visit to the WOMEX, the biggest world music fair event in Copenhagen, and we were there to learn how it works and what should be done and so on. And then one important thing about this GLOMAS program is the joint courses that are taking place once a semester. And this course gathers all the GLOMAS students, so the students from Helsinki, Aarhus, and Malmö, to one institution, and they have, for 2 weeks' time, they have this joint program, which includes all these 3 things. So this research, musical studies, and pedagogical studies. So in that way, even though the students don't study together, they have this sense of being a GLOMAS student, and they get to work together at least once in a semester. And I was hoping to be able to show you the website that has a lot of information about the program and more specific information, but there is the address, so maybe you can find out yourself. It is very exciting, and it's been very interesting to be here and hear all these different kinds of approaches to this matter, and because we're just starting now and everything is kind of trying to find its way, I think we're very fortunate in a way that the support in our institution, in Sibelus Academy, and also from the government side has been really, really good, and I have a feeling that kind of they know how to value this thing, and I think it's for the future, and we really need to have this kind of program as part of our studies. The studies are in English, and in Finland so far we have free education still, of which we are very proud. So we are hoping to have more and more students to apply from different countries. Obviously, this program is aimed for, the students also learn quite a lot from each other, so we hope to have people from all over. This year, actually, the students we have one singer from Finland, but her specialties has been in the Russia. She has been learning quite a lot with this Finno-Ugrian singing styles. I don't know if that's the right translation of that. And then we have one Iranian musician. He has been living in Finland for 7 years, but plays his Iranian music. And tar and tambur are the instruments. Then we have one Tanzanian musician. He has also lived in Finland for 10 years or so, a drummer and an amazing performer, singer. And then we have one Finnish girl whose main interest is actually in Southern America. She plays the folk harp and has been studying in Venezuela for quite a long time and is more interested in this global aspect than just the Finnish folk music.